Wismec RX 700 version. Let's have a quick look. Hey guys, Vick here, back with another quick look. We're taking a quick look at this, the brand new version of the RX, the latest addition to the RX family. This is the RX2 21700. So it's just like the previous version of the RX2, except it now features 21700 batteries. It comes with the batteries in the kit, and it can now do 230 watts as a result of having these bigger batteries in. Obviously, when you get these bigger batteries, these 21700 batteries, it does make things a little bit bigger. That being said, it is actually shorter than the original RX2/3. It's got a very sort of bulky feel. I hope you can see that. It's got a very sort of bulky feel to it, a more chunky, sturdier, heavier feel. But it's not actually that much bigger. They've managed to keep it as shrunk down as they can. This is the RX200S. This was the second version of the RX, and as you can see, the footprint, you know, is similar-ish, but it's a lot less wide. It's a lot less deep, I should say, and not quite as tall. So they've done a good job of keeping the size down, considering it has two of these big 21700 batteries. Beyond that, it's got all the brilliant RX generation stuff that you would expect. It's got TC, TCR. It's got 2 amp quick charging if you want to charge it through the micro USB, firmware upgradable, nice big shiny screen, available in a range of colours. I've seen it in white, black, green, and I've got it in this sort of pearlescent purple. It looks different in all kinds of different lights. I don't know how it's coming across on camera. Comes with the gnome tank. We've talked about the gnome tank numerous times on the channel. For my money, a very good sub-tank indeed. Comes with 2 coil heads, a 0.4 coil head they recommend around 45 watts, and a 0.15 coil head that they recommend around 60 watts. Both of them very good flavour, very good vapor production. Big fan of this sub-tank. One thing to remember with the sub-tank, if you get it to work the top fill, you need to lift the drip tip and push the top off. So you lift the drip tip up a bit, and that allows you to push open the top fill. An easy feature once you realise you have to lift the drip tip. The drip tip opening thing is almost like a child-friendly, child lock type thing, so a kid just can't play with it, which is not a bad idea. The gnome tank, depending on where you live in the world, comes in 2 different ways. So for the UK TPD TRPR, which insists on 2 mil capacity tanks, it has a rubber bung in the top, which you can remove if you like, and it takes the capacity back up to the 4 mil, which is how you will receive it. You'll receive it in 4 mil mode if you're in the United States or anywhere else in the world that doesn't have the silly 2 mil tank rule. Just like all the previous versions of the RX, the latest versions anyway, it hits on point. You know, the power output seems on point. The TC seems okay. The TCR seems okay as well. No gripes with the functionality of this mod on screen or anything like that. I've always really liked this screen since you introduced this one. You've got a very informative display. Very easy to navigate through your options, 1, 2, 3, and you can navigate around your screen, changing the options, you know, changing to amps, or you can go 1, 2, 3, and then you can click through TC, TCR, all your options in there. I suppose the one thing that is very sort of subjective at the moment with these, yes, they're bigger batteries, 21700 batteries, they're bigger batteries. How is the battery life on this mod? It seems very good. It seems very good. Certainly in the 50 watt range that the gnome tank likes. It seems to be very good. I don't think it's massively better than the 18650s. I think that's partly because we're still seeing the development of these 21700 batteries, but when some really good 21700 batteries hit the market, this might be a really good mod in terms of battery life and you know, amp limits. So it's sort of a bit of a future-proofing thing. It seems great. It seems great. The battery life seems great. But I think with the 21700s that are coming out in the future, the battery life could be very, very good with this. It looks like you can fit up to 24-25mm tanks on top. Anything bigger will overhang. It's got this lovely big button that it's had for a while. The one thing I didn't like about the 2700 version of the RX, and I don't know if it was just mine or everyone's, to be honest, I really don't know, but it had a funny door. It had a wobbly, rattly door. I'm pleased to report this one has no issues with the door. It's got a little catch here, releases the batteries, no problem at all. There we go. So yeah, the batteries come off nice and easy with that little latch. Very easy to slot on and off, and no play on the door this time, which is fantastic. I'm a big fan of the RX range. I think they, with all the craziness that have been going on with Wismec, you know, some hits and some misses, I think the RX Relu family have been pretty solid throughout. I'm a big fan of the RX Gen 3. I think that's a brilliant mod. I put it in my Best of 2017 vlog video. This one is excellent as well. This is an excellent mod with an excellent sub-tank, very affordable. It just depends on how much you need that extra battery life, that extra size. Are you curious and interested about 21700 batteries? If you are, this is probably the best 21700 battery regulated mod I've seen so far, to be honest. So it just depends on how you feel about that. I certainly recommend this one over the 2700 version of this mod. The 21700 for me is better. It feels better in hand. There's no rattle on the door, wobble on the door, anything like that. Nice, solid, sturdy thing, and I do like this pearlescent design. So overall, a really solid mod. I've only done a quick look of this one because it is so similar to the previous versions of the RX that have come out. It's incredibly similar. It feels to me to be the exact same board as the 2700 version, which I did give a full review. So there we go. A brilliant mod, in my opinion. Not really any gripes or problems. Rock solid. I like it. Thumbs up from me. Is just a quick look. If you're super curious about this, wait for a full review from someone. I'm sure there'll be some really good reviews out for this. I've been Vick, and I'll see you again soon.